In the found footage party movie Project X, 3 high school seniors throw a birthday party to make a name for themselves.
As the night progresses, things spiral out of control as word of the party spreads.
Tonight's about the girls we never had a shot at. Tonight's about changing the game.
Just big enough to be cool.
Game changer.
I had been looking forward to Project X since I first saw the trailer because I thought it was an interesting concept, a found footage party movie. I thought that was kind of interesting. And Joe and I attended a screening of Project X at the Warner Brothers Theater back in January, and we weren't allowed to talk about it for a while, but now, of course, we are. And I have to say that this was the party movie to end all party movies.
Literally.
This movie throws you right into the party. You honestly feel like you're there while watching it. Like, you feel like you're at a party. If anything, you feel like you want to go to a party while watching it, after watching it. It just puts you in the mood. And I guess it makes sense because found footage movies are supposed to put you into the action. And this one does it so well. I was not sure what to expect. I was looking forward to it, but I wasn't sure. I felt like it could easily flop.
Yeah.
So I was really happy that it didn't.
It's a very risky concept.
Yeah.
Usually, if you go see a movie about a party, it's, you know, the whole thing is planned out, you know, like unusual stuff happens at the party, you know, something's unexpected. But this one...
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're not going to get into it and tell you anything, but it honestly, it goes from party movie to, like, thriller. And it's an amazing build-up. Like, it actually gets you on the edge of your seat. I was on the edge of my seat, at least.
The thing that makes the movie funny throughout is the absurdness of it. No party would ever compare to the things you'd see.
It's like a hyper-realistic version of, like, the best part. It's like, almost, you know what it felt like? It was like, it felt like what you remember a party to be. You're like, that party was crazy. This is like your memory of the craziest party you've ever been to, but it never actually gets to that point. That's exactly what it felt like, which I thought was interesting. The acting, I thought, was very good from, as far as I know, unknowns, except for Dax Flame, which it was absolutely awesome that Dax Flame was in the movie. Like, that was incredible.
That was cool.
But as far as I know, the other guys are all unknowns, and I thought they did really, really well. At first, I thought they were... Not all of them, but the one main crazy kid I thought was channeling Superbad way too hard, but I thought he eventually got into it and did really well.
I'm Thomas Cub. It's my birthday today.
You should definitely swing by. It's on Dickens Street.
That's your party? You guys are throwing that? That's where I'm going. It's too crazy.
Cool. See you guys tonight then.
What? Mind your own business, lady.
We have to point out the security guard kids.
Oh.
They were brilliant.
Great.
Like, absolutely brilliant. Directing-wise, and I guess visually and camera work-wise, I thought that this movie was excellent. It felt genuinely like someone was filming it because it switched around different cameras. Like, there was actually, like, almost like an iPhone camera or a flip camera, stuff like that. And so it switched around different cameras.
I thought it felt very realistic when the actors would pass around the camera.
Yeah.
They would,
or like film into the mirror and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. The music, which of course we have to mention, is amazing. It's it's not like a score. It's a soundtrack like a party, and it's great songs. First of all, catchy party songs, I guess. Great songs that go really well with the scenes, and there's almost like these music video sequences which were awesome, visually just amazing, and it really makes you feel once again like you're at this party, or you want to be at this party at least, and it definitely added to that.
It's the perfect music at the perfect moments.
And just overall, really, this movie I thought was excellent, especially going in with expectations that were kind of, this could be a huge failure. Those were my expectations going in, and I'm happy to say that I personally thought it was awesome. I can easily see, I guess, somebody saying that it wasn't that great because they might be looking at it too, like, like, oh, well, in the cinema, it is not a good film.
Critiquing it too much.
You're going to a found footage party movie. You can't look at it that way. It's a party movie. Not only that, it's a found footage party movie. It's really kind of like the lowest of the low as far as cinema goes, but they did a really good job with it, and I think it's going to be a big hit. I think people are going to love it, and I loved it.
Yeah.
You loved it.
I loved it.
That's all that matters to us. Now we're going to talk about some spoilers from Project X, so please, if you have not seen Project X, you don't want to know what happens. These are legit spoilers.
It will ruin it for you.
Yeah, you don't want to know what happens, trust me. These are real, so please stop watching, go watch the movie, and then come back and watch the rest of this review after you've seen Project X. So hopefully, if you're still watching, you have seen Project X. Let's get into some spoilers. The first thing we have to say is the,
oh my god.
just the ending. Everything that happens.
Oh god, it was...
Yeah.
Complete and utter madness.
Yeah, it was insane. But you know what? It wasn't like it wasn't completely absurd. It was absurd, but not in context. In context with the movie, it made sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wasn't shocked that happened.
Yeah. You know, none of this could possibly happen
In real life.
Right.
But in the context of that movie, yeah, why not?
Oh yeah. It fit perfectly. When they put the midget in the oven, I honestly thought that he was gonna be burnt.
I thought that was going to be the turning point. I thought he
Yeah.
was going to die, and I thought that was going to be like the climax of
Me
the
too.
movie. I'm glad it wasn't.
No,
that would have been a very different movie.
It would've been- oh, yeah.
I actually thought it was going to go there for a second, and I was like, wow, this party movie's about to get serious. And it did get serious,
Yeah, it
but
got
in a
very
funny way. That would have been
right.
in like a not funny
Oh my
way.
gosh.
Some of our other favorite parts of Project X, this is my personal favorite part, was the fact that the security guard kid went into the neighbor's house, and the part where he shines the light out the window, he's like doing like strobing it to let him know
I'm in
he's
the
there.
house.
That was unbelievable. That was the funniest thing. That might have been my favorite aspect of the movie. That was incredible.
How he got in there.
That was amazing. And how he got out? I don't know.
Yeah. Another great part is when the bigger kid with the curly hair, he jumps off the roof into the moon bounce.
Which looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah,
That part is great.
because he's got the camera in his
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
You see the main kid jumping off the roof through the moon bounce, but then it kind of deflates. So when he was gonna jump into it, I thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
because it was deflated. But he screamed. He got up, and his pinky
Like snapped
my
in
God.
half. Now the ending, I thought the ending was good, but I thought it could have been better, and I'll explain
Yeah.
why in a second. I did love the fact that they had Jimmy Kimmel in it because I
Yeah.
thought that was funny. And I think that the part where the news reporter was talking to the kid was supposed to be reminiscent of that old video with the Australian party kid. You remember that?
Yeah.
Where she's like, why don't you take off your glasses? And he's like, I'd rather not, you know, whatever. I think that was supposed to be reminiscent of that, I guess, but she never said the glasses joke, so I don't know if maybe it was just a coincidence, but it was odd.
It could have done without it.
I think, yeah, I liked that, but I think it should have ended where when he's talking to the girl,
Yeah,
they
when-
kiss, I guess,
they
or whatever,
kiss,
and then he
and he
just
looks
looks over
at
and
the
he goes
camera.
like this, and it cuts to black. Right at that moment, I was like, perfect ending, and then it comes back on, and I'm like, damn. But I do love that they did the, like, where are they now things at the end to say,
Yeah.
you know, so-and-so got in this much trouble, so-and-so got in this much trouble, because it was worth it for Dax's where are they now segment, because when they're talking to him, what does he say? They're like, are you going to get in trouble or something like that? Or
Yeah.
did you get in trouble?
What did your parents say?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't live with my parents.
He's like, I live alone. And you don't think anything of it. You just think, because he's a weirdo throughout the
Yeah.
movie, so you're like, all right, whatever, just creepy.
He doesn't say much.
Yeah, he just leaves it at that. And then it says, like, he's under investigation for his missing parents. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. That was so funny, and that was so his character.
Yeah.
His character was great because it was in small doses. That was fantastic. And once again, it was very cool that Dax Flame was actually in the movie. So overall, like we've been saying, we loved this movie. I went in with, you know, like I said, weird expectations to the point where I was excited for it, but I was definitely worried that it could flop big time, and I was thinking, you know, if this flops, it's going to be a huge flop because it was built up to be a big movie.
Yeah.
And I think that they just did an amazing job with it. I thought it was a blast. I had so much fun. So let us know in the comments what you thought of Project X. Did you go in with expectations like we did, or did you go in with high expectations, low expectations? What did you think going in? What did you think coming out of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think of the found footage aspect of it and a party movie, the mix of that? Really would love to know your opinions because it's definitely an odd combination. Let us know anything you thought about Project X, and that's pretty much it.
We'll have a whole day to fix this place up like new.
What about this? What if my parents see it?
Nobody's gonna see this but us, I promise.
So you know this high school party in Pasadena. Have you seen the footage?
Everything that shine ain't always gonna be gold.